All right, I started the recording, so I gotta step away.
Hello.
I gotta step away. So you guys talk amongst each other, amongst yourselves.
Okay, now let's try this. Hello. Hello. I'm not sure this is working. Okay. Let's see. Let's try this again. Hello. Okay. I was actually having problems where like I couldn't tell if it was picking up the mic or not. And then it was saying it wasn't picking up my mic. I haven't done this in a while, so I had to go back and mess with my settings to make sure it was even on. Hey, Wedge.
Hey. Oh. Hang on a second. Where is this? Oh, wait, here it is. Oh, okay. Whew. Oh my God, it smells amazing. Quad, I have been trying to find.
Don't think I can hear anyone else.
Hello?
That was Rob.
Hello?
Can you hear Rob?
Hey, hello?
I can hear you, Rob.
I can hear you, Rob.
You can or can't?
I can.
Okay, good.
Affirmative. Toughly, can you hear Rob?
Okay, I just heard John, but I don't hear anyone else.
Oh, you don't hear me?
Well, I can hear you, and I can hear John.
I can hear him. I can't hear myself in my own head, though. And Dom is not speaking, as near as I can tell.
Which is weird.
Tuffley, can you hear me now? No, this is definitely not a cell phone commercial. Okay. I don't even know if Dom's talking.
Hello?
I mean, I heard Tuffley when he spoke the one time. Did you
Yeah.
heard it before, right?
Yeah, I heard
Yeah.
Tuffley.
Yeah.
I can't hear anybody else.
But then how do you know that we said that?
I can hear what you're saying.
Is that better? Hello?
I can hear you, Rob. Apparently, we all can hear each other, but Tuffley can only hear John.
Hello?
Rob, I'm here.
Everyone else is kind of underwater.
Okay.
You're underwater.
How about now?
You're the only person I can hear.
That's weird.
I don't
I
feel
will
wet.
hang up and call back in.
Okay, let me try.
And Dom is apparently speaking through telepathy. Oh, okay. No worries. Tuffley is back.
I can actually hear people other than John.
Hey!
No offense, John.
None taken. Wait, wrong John. Yes,
Yeah,
I
you
hear
must
you now,
decide
Dom.
which John I was referring to.
I see you now, Dom, speaking through the keyboard. Better than speaking through the Ouija board. Which would be weird. Okay, now. Oh, it smells so good. All right, so a while back, had a pest control guy come to the house, and we started talking about beer. And he advised me, because we started talking about quads, that there was a quad by a brewery called the Burnt Hickory Brewery, which is here in Georgia, called Charred Walls of the Damned, which is a great name. And for the longest time, I could not find. That was like years ago. I have not lost faith that I would find it someday. And this weekend I found it. And now I'm about to sip it.
Hello?
Hey, Rob. I can hear you too. It's a miracle.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
It's a Christmas miracle.
That's not bad. It smells amazing. It almost cannot. It almost cannot deliver on the promise of its own smell, which is not something. Rob, are you building some IKEA furniture? What's happening? And now he's quiet.
He was hiding the body.
Now he went away.
And now the body's being hidden. That's good.
Did he flat pack the body?
Possibly.
Okay.
I'll have to ask him when he comes back.
Okay, good. Probably has some weird name with lots of umlauts in it.
Oh, probably not. Umlauts aren't what they used to be.
Nothing's what it used to be.
No. Welcome to Weekend Justice. It's the opinion that never changes.
The group opinion that never changes.
Yeah.
Dear God. So how is Kim coping with living in a post Captain Marvel world?
Is it really a post Captain Marvel world?
Well, I mean, it's opened. It's out.
We've seen it a few times.
How many is a few exactly?
Honestly, I think we've seen it I think 4.
Oh, that's cool.
Well,
4 or
actually,
5. 4 or 5.
Yeah, what's funny is she said at one point that you guys were going for your 3rd, and I was like, "Are you all right?" Because it had been like a week, and I was like, "Really, just 3 so far?"
Well, here's the thing. We're on. We have. I don't know if I mentioned this last time, but we're doing the A-list, the AMC thing, the Stubbs thing.
Yeah, Kim had mentioned that to me. How is it?
It's okay. It's pretty good. It's it's not Movie Pass at its peak, which was you could go see anything you want anytime. But you can see anything you want at least 3 times a week. And then it resets.
Is that really?
Which is good. It resets on Friday. As everything except Fathom events, but even with movies, you can go to like digital 3D movies and IMAX stuff, and they don't have an upcharge for that. So
Did you find 3 movies you wanted to see in a week?
Yeah, they were called Captain Marvel, and also Captain Marvel.
Yes, and you can schedule stuff in advance. So we had actually set up. We had actually, I think you can do it like a week in advance.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
When you get to more 10 polls later, you can just line them up.
Well, that's good. I like that.
And there's like a bunch of theaters near us because Atlanta area. There's a bunch of theaters that already have like the you can get seats.
Right. The
seating chart.
Yeah, and
you can get advanced seats,
which is nice. And there's a lot of IMAX and Dolby and all kinds of stuff.
All the fun little stuff they had on.
All sorts of good stuff. So far, so good. I mean, it's kind of on the expensive end for this, but it's your options are either this or depending on what area you're in, what theaters you have, your options if you want one of these Movie Pass things is whatever the hell Movie Pass is right now, and whatever. I think AMC's doing it. I think Alamo Drafthouse is about to start doing it.
Oh, we don't
have one.
We don't have one either. And it makes me so fucking sad. I can't even deal with it.
And the thing, if I've read this right about the Alamo Drafthouse one, it includes their special event screenings.
Really?
Yeah. So we don't have an Alamo Drafthouse in our area, but I know Alamo Drafthouse is starting to do it, and I know on another theater. I think Regal's not doing it yet, but I think AMC absorbed the Carmike ones, right?
I think so. Yeah.
I think that's right.
Yeah, so our theater count kind of expanded a bit because they've also got the Carmike ones now. So,
see, we have a chain here that's local theaters.
It's cool. Like I said, it's on the expensive side, but it's at $20, so it's kind of like at the top end of what you'd want for one of these things. But it does allow you to get into IMAX and stuff without the upcharge, so that's nice.
That's cool.
Yeah, I was just about to see. Let's see. Oh, right.
There's one theater chain that's doing an $8.99 thing, but that's one movie ticket a month, and then discounts on everything else, which is a little weird. But you can bank the Movie Pass. So like the one pass you get, if you don't use it that month, if there's nothing that came out and you didn't use it that month, you get to roll it over.
Really?
So that's an interesting version of that.
Yeah, I was just trying to get at the sign in for, there it is. So what is it? $20 a month?
Well, I know when we got in last November and it was $20 a month, it might have gone up a little bit since.
So I thought it was 25.
I think it might be hovering around 22 or 24 at this point, but we got in while it was still $20 a month. It may still be $20 a month. I don't know. But I know they were going to raise the price on it, which is why we kind of did it when we did.
Right. But considering the price of tickets, I mean, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Rob, is that you?
Yeah, I'm messing around trying to fix something. Sorry.
Oh, okay. We were discussing earlier if you were assembling IKEA furniture. He's not denying it, Tuffley.
That's good. I can't hear Rob.
Well, he just stopped talking.
Oh. No, I seriously can't hear
him. Sorry. Can you hear me now?
There we go.
Okay. Sorry.
Maybe. Rob?
He's right there.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
No.
Hello?
Nope. Not hearing him. I'm hearing you.
Hold on.
Well, I can hear you, Rob.
There. How's that? Is that better?
I can hear Rob.
We'll just keep
this. This is going to be a Benny Hill sketch tonight, isn't it?
Yes, every day's a Benny Hill sketch.
That's odd, Tuffley. Why is it only affecting you?
Who knows?
I don't know. Let me.
Did you need to try to come out and come back in again?
I did, but when I did that the first time, I could only hear John.
Yeah, but I thought when you came back, you could hear Rob.
I did hear Rob before he went away, and then he came back, and now I can't hear him.
I'm so confused as to what's happening when at this point.
Okay, let me back out and try to come back in.
All right. And now Rob's muted. And Dom's not really here. John's not really here. It's just me. This is so weird. I assume this is being recorded. I don't have enough beer. Oh, wait, there's Tuffley.
I'm here.
Welcome back.
Hey, how's that?
Oh, hey, there you are.
Is that
Okay,
better?
good. So Tuffley, about every 5 minutes, you just need to go out and come back again. Or something.
That's funny. Okay,
Fucking
can you hear me now?
sunspots.
It's a Minor Threat album, isn't it?
Hello?
That's the name of a Minor Threat album.
Rob, we're right here. Hi.
Hi, so you can't hear me, right?
I can hear you.
Yes,
Yes.
we can hear
Okay,
you
good.
now.
So, yes, we had a storm the other day,
Oh,
and
God.
basically it screwed up all of the sound stuff on the computer, so I had to sort of, as they say, fix it, and I think we fixed it, so
As
Yeah.
they say.
As they
yes.
say.
Yep.
No, but what Tough said, we have a theater here that basically all of the movies before 5 o'clock are $5. So even the
Really?
3D
Okay.
ones, it's pretty great.
There's a couple of places around here that's doing, I think the movie taverns are doing
So,
like a $5
we went
Tuesday
and
or
saw,
something.
Captain Marvel at like 10 in the morning one day, so
Yeah.
Janet could see it before she had to go to work late. So we went to at 10 in the morning so she could see it. So, and I might go tomorrow. We'll see.
Okay. What,
Which might
Shazam's
time
next
you
week, right?
But I don't know.
Shazam's next week, right? Shazam's next week.
Did we lose Widge?
I think we did.
Hmm.
We're just losing people now. Welcome to the Infinity War podcast. People are just going to be randomly snapped. It's fine. Snapped and can't come back. Wedge.
And then I wait. Bloody hell. Can
You're
you-
underwater.
What? What? I'm underwater.
Okay. Hello?
Hi, Rob.
What do you mean I'm underwater? Tuffley, can you hear me? Yeah.
I can see Wedge, but I can't hear him.
Oh, for
There he
fuck's sake.
goes.
No, that was Rob.
Oh, there goes Rob.
No, so Tuffley, just to confirm, you cannot hear me. Oh, for fuck's sake. All right, I'll try to go out and come back in again.
Hello. Wedge,
Can you hear me now?
can you hear me this time?
Yes, I can hear you. I could hear you last time. And
I'm
you
going to take that as a no. All right, I'm going to try leaving and coming back. Oh yeah, but I can't hear you.
Yes,
So
that's what I just said. All right, try to come back in. Rob, you're there.
Yes. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right. There we go. I'm done screwing around with this fucking thing.
Dom is laughing his ass off.
hello.
Well,
Tuffley, can you hear us now? That sounds like a no.
Well, that's okay. See, you used the word party people in a sentence, and it's screwed up the balance of Tuffley and I. That's all I'm saying.
I'm willing to say it's my fault. I was quoting a Cut Chemist song on an Ozone Motley album. I thought that was legal.
It is, but there's also a Bloodhound Gang song, so I was very frightened. Or it might be The Offspring. It's one of the two. But I was still very scared. But it's okay now.
Okay. I would have to say between the two, I would be more comfortable with The Offspring than Bloodhound Gang.
Yeah, actually, I'm also frightened that I even remembered the Bloodhound Gang. So at first I couldn't remember, and then I had to actually use brain power to remember that. So,
and of course, like I said, that just takes me back to 3, 2, 1 Contact.
Yes, which also made me use brain power. So there you go.
Right.
Yeah, well played.
For all I know, the Bloodhound Gang, the band was named after a bit from 3, 2, 1 Contact.
I would like to think that gives them too much credit, but yes.
Let's see.
Hold on. All right.
It is a reference to 3, 2, 1 Contact.
Oh, great. We've given these guys more free publicity than they've gotten in 10 years. So we'll just stop.
Yeah, I know. We should stop. But that's all. Tune in next time for more interesting trivia about Bloodhound Gang.
Yes. I'm very worried about that.
Me too. I don't think there is any more interesting trivia about the Bloodhound Gang.
Yeah.
Oh,
very scared.
And Dom just chimed in through text that the Bloodhound Gang was weirdly successful in Germany, so much so that one guy who I just read in Wikipedia, he calls himself Evil Jared Hasselhoff, keeps hanging around. I'm assuming hanging around Germany. Probably
I think he's got a record out. I think he had a hit single over there too. So, and why can't we actually hear the German?
Because he's coming in through text.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
it's official. It's like Telegraph month.
Oh. Is it like Gutenberg week in Germany or something?
Then there would just be a huge old Bible. I know where we could get 3 of those.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, the Morgan Library.
Oh, I thought you meant like just old Bibles, not Gutenberg Bibles.
Oh, no, the cool ones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's how cool Morgan Library is. We have 3 of them. We can rotate them. Rotate them out of circulation.
When I was there for the Frankenstein thing, I didn't know they had 3. I knew they had 1. And yeah.
Yeah, by the way, I did buy the giant hardback book.
Isn't it great?
That goes along with the exhibit. Yeah. Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. Let's see. Why does Evil Jared Hasselhoff have a filmography?
I don't know. To get to the other side?
That's as good an answer as any.
But I mean, anything we can make. We can't really make fun of people in the Bloodhound Gang anymore with the state of our politics. So we've kind of lost the right to make fun of everybody.
This is true. This is very true. It could be worse. We could be in the middle of Brexit.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, which reminds me, the new Alan Partridge is great.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. There's one that he needs to see. They had a German band on one of them, and then an Irish band on one of them. And the Irish band is on there singing about the IRA, and Alan Partridge is looking very uncomfortable. It says the person who booked them killed them. So yes.
Oh my.
Yeah.
No, I need to watch that. But yeah, that's that. At least here, when something weird happens in politics, it's explained, and then you go, okay, I might not have known all the ins and outs of that to begin with, but now that you've explained it to me, I'm on board, right?
Yeah.
However, I don't know that anybody understands exactly what's going on with Brexit, including to and especially like Theresa May, not to mention anyone who lives there.
You know what? Next time we do this, I'll get my friend Nick on the phone. It's too late. It's too early in the morning now, and he can explain it. Because he's written a couple books, and he's very articulate, explaining it in very short, angry sentences. So he'd be perfect.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is, I understand the basic summary of what's going on and what happened.
Yeah,
it's just when you get into the thing of, you know, all the various and sundry ways they can suddenly decide that they're not happy and call an election, or the fact that, you know, the party can suddenly decide to try to get rid of their, you know, leader, or, you know what I mean? All those weird parliamentary things that we don't have any real, we probably should. We probably don't have any real, like, corresponding thing here. Tuffley, are you there? I'm getting no response from Tuffley. I have typed to
ground
him.
control to Major Tom.
Hello?
Yes, Tuffley, can you hear me?
Ground control.
He is not responding to any audio cues.
This is ground control to Major Tom. Sorry. Well, looks like we'll just talk and he can text.
Yes. Yeah, it's going to be you and me reading texts from Tuffley and Dom and then responding to them. This is like the weirdest
this is like
radio show ever.
This is like Rox's dream. This is like Bing Crosby's craft radio hour. That's what this is.
No. If this was, wouldn't this Rox's dream be we'd have to be coming through an actual like big cabinet radio if it was Rox's dream.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
I should connect. I should do that. I should try to connect the computer through the big ass radio.
We have an old time radio cabinet that I have had since like high school. It's just a shell.
Yeah.
And at one point I would like to create basically like, you know, the equivalent of an old time radio server. I happen to have legally acquired the entirety of Jack Benny. So
yeah.
I'll just stick that on there.
Sorry. There is actually a whole network of people that collect that kind of stuff, and they're all weird.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's like
because the place I go to buy my radio tubes from, it's like going to Mars, man.
Hi, Tuffley.
Hello? Da, 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 da. Where is Tuffley?
Yes, Dom says he's funnier in writing. I forget who originally said it, but I have the a face for radio and a voice for print.
Yes. Well, I do. Yes.
Yeah, well, between the two of us, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry if I insulted you with the soccer comments.
What? No.
I was just very scared. Okay.
No.
Okay.
Okay. So to bring everyone up to speed, my nephew, who is 3, which is terrifying, is playing. It's not even like little league soccer. It's like micro league soccer or something.
Yeah.
The kind of soccer where
everybody plays.
Everybody plays, but his dad was telling me that, you know, the second time they went, he mostly just stood in the middle of the field and screamed at the sky, and that was like a step up from how he was acting previously.
Yeah.
Which I can totally relate to, because my dad coached soccer and I was on a horrible soccer team for years, and I don't know that I never scored a goal. I was just basically a fullback, like by the goal. I stood around and just, you know, wandered around like a hobo who happened to be wearing a soccer uniform.
Okay. That's much better than I did. I scored a goal for the other team once.
Nice.
Yeah. Not on purpose.
But But anyway, so basically, yeah, the point being is that my 3-year-old nephew has all the soccer skills now that I do now. So,
Well,
yes, he was hilarious. He decided in the midst of play that he was grumpy. So he basically just shouted that he was going to be grumpy, 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 grumpy. And like balled his fists and went, ah! And I was just like, oh, it doesn't get any better, kid. But at least you're self-aware.
yes. It's good to be self-aware.
Holy shit, I'm talking about sports. What the hell?
Sorry, my bad.
That's
fault.
almost, you know what it is? It's because I said party people, and I'm sorry. I'm
No,
really sorry.
it's okay. You said it in an ironic way,
Right.
and I misunderstood it.
Well, no, it's all, you always have to, you know, a good friend will take you aside and say, do you know you just said party people?
Yeah.
And you know, there are some ways in which you can say party people. Like
No.
I was quoting from
Shakespeare.
an Ozo Motley song. And you can also say party people in the same way that someone from Death of Stalin would be referring to party people.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. But as for, you know, maybe someone only heard you say half of the movie title 24-Hour Party People.
Mhm.
That's possible. But for the most
Yeah.
part, I agree. You should, if you are going to say party people, you need to know exactly why you're doing it. Tuffley, are you there?
Am I there? Am I here?
Oh, it's Tuffley.
Am I here?
Tuffley's back.
I guess I am.
It's like Shady's back.
Well, yes, but I don't know. Is he older than me?
Like an S Club party. What the hell is an S Club party?
It's a
S Club 7.
yeah.
I got the joke. Yay!
I hope he's not going to any Jack and Jill parties.
What?
Just don't. Just if I ever tell you not to Google something, do not Google that.
Oh,
Dude.
is that we were supposed to be ignoring
No.
your Google requests?
No.
Oh,
Wait,
No.
no, we're not supposed to be ignoring
Just
your
don't.
Google requests?
What
are we doing, Tuffley? Am I
Do
Googling
not
this
do
or
that.
not?
No, do not.
Wait,
do not.
Wait, is
I'm
this?
serious. I'm not kidding.
I know you're not kidding, but is this like a Jack and Jill party? Is that where you basically go and
you
get
go up the
water?
hill, with
Yeah,
a pail of water.
and then roll down. Is that it?
No.
Again, party people.
Party people. Well, at least we got the title for the episode.
I feel better about being able to hear everyone now.
I'm glad you can. I don't know what's going on.
I tried. I was on 2 different computers, so I was trying like maybe my main one. Maybe there was something wrong. I was on the other computer. But...
Okay, what is wrong with? Is it really Dom because he's talking about like S parties and you know?
No, we don't. No, S Club 7's a British.
S Club 7's a thing.
Yeah, it's like a British one of those manufactured.
You know, well, he says an S Club party, and is it just SS with one S?
Yeah,
is it like
God?
I believe
Sandler party? Is it
I believe it's an S Club lyric actually.
I mean, in this day and age, I would put nothing with the word part followed by the word party with any form of an S near it. I'm just saying.
See, I know my horrible British boy bands or teen bands. Yay me.
But anyway.
Yeah, they've had at least one movie too.
They had like a little kid spinoff too. They had S Club Juniors.
Wouldn't that just be called like S Club Aged 7?
Well, no, I think it got to the point where the original S Club was like, it's like Saved by the Bell when the kids get too old to be kids anymore. They just bring in new kids.
Well, isn't that just Menudo?
Yes.
Yeah, I said Menudo.
Yeah, Menudo.
Well, don't Google that.
Weekend Justice, we're not afraid to bring in Menudo.
Weekend Justice, don't Google us.
No, I'm serious. If you are under the age of 18, do not Google any of the things I have just mentioned.
Wait. So I am way over the age of 18. What am I supposed to?
I'm just saying that for
what
the
am I-
4 people that are listening.
Okay. Well, lots of
Like
people
if Lee
listen.
has, if Lee has like troop people over or whatever the hell it is that she has at her house or whatever,
Trip people.
troop
What?
people, like, Boy Scouts or something. Or Girl Scouts or whatever.
What? I don't.
If there was anybody in the Neat Coffee family that would have
Okay.
small children
All right,
over
all right,
their
all right.
house and listening.
Well, they don't need to be. They don't need to be listening.
Well,
Yes.
small children in the Need
Just
Coffee
saying.
family already know what an S Club.
Wow. It only took 10 minutes for this whole thing to go off the fucking rails.
Well, yeah,
Really?
that actually took longer than usual.
That's my
But-
week.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I mean,
We have a
we have to
warm-up
go by
period.
age. We have to go by age because if we said you have to be this tall to ride Weekend Justice, then what would we do with Lee?
Do you know how great that would be? Yeah.
I mean, even Aaron's old now. I mean, come on.
Hey, it's John. I remember that guy.
Oh, there he is.
What's he doing?
He's doing his thing.
Is he like in Apollo 11 mode? He's like,
He's putting in the missile codes. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
he's got that whole Ed Harris Apollo, the right stuff thing going on.
Just the missile codes. It's fine.
Better that than the Ed Harris Snowpiercer stuff going on.
That is
He might be
true.
the smartest person in the room. He's like, I'll just record this and I'll just go live my life and not have to listen to it.
Yeah, well, we missed a trick.
Well,
Yeah.
there was that like
That might be the smartest thing
there was
ever.
that string of shows I was playing
So-
video games during. So,
Who knows?
Yeah.
I don't think anyone noticed.
Wacky.
Yeah.
So yes,
Yeah.
I did like Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun, and I really liked both. Lashana Lynch was great,
yes.
Yeah.
but it was very nice to see Ben Mendelsohn get to do more than just be a sneering villain.
Yes. He can do
Yeah,
comedy.
I did like the twist. I did like the twist. in
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Oh, now I'm forgetting his name.
And it
Who's
sets
the guy
up. It
that
does
was
kind of
in the
set up an
Tarantino
interesting
movie
thing
that
once
won the Oscar?
Oh, you mean
The German guy.
shit. I know you're talking about. He was like one of the few good things about
Weiss or I forgot what his name is.
Well, Christoph Waltz.
Yeah, I want Christoph Waltz and Ben Mendelsohn to do like a buddy movie,
Oh, I'd be completely on board with that.
like a
a Bob
version
Hope
of the
Road
Odd
film?
Couple. With those two would be great, or like a male version of Thelma and Louise, or a wacky version of Butch and Sundance with those two. I'd be totally down with that.
Absolutely. I
Yeah.
like the Odd Couple idea. I'm good with that.
Is Ben Mendelsohn getting all the parts that Hugo Weaving used to get? Is that kind of what's happening now? Sounds like.
I don't know. Or is he like the new Alan Rickman?
Yeah, that's it. He's the new Alan Rickman. Yeah.
Because
But
wasn't he? Wait a minute. Wasn't he actually the sheriff in the new Robin Hood?
I believe he was.
Well, yeah. So he's absolutely the new Alan Rickman.
Yes, but he didn't cancel Christmas. It's important to cancel Christmas.
Well, there you go. Is Tuffley talking and we can't hear him? Is that what he's doing?
Oh, I can hear him.
I can't hear him.
What, you can't?
No,
Oh God.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
it's okay.
Oh,
So we do music recommendations. It'll be hilarious.
God.
We need somebody typing.
So yeah.
We
'Cause
already
at
have
first-
that. It's Dom.
Well, I thought at first it was my mic on my phones. I just completely got rid of it, and I'm like, well, I don't know what the hell's going on. So I've
I've
I'm
been on
just
two
screaming
different
at the TV.
computers. I've been on like two different computers. So I don't
no,
know.
actually, you're the only person I hear.
What, me?
Yeah, I don't hear Tuffley at all.
Well, I'm the only one talking besides Tuffley.
Oh well, okay, just
Oh, for God's sake.
now I know he's laughing. This is like a silent movie. This is great. Oh, I wish I could put him in black and white. It'd be funnier.
This is how Brexit happened.
Oh man, I can't lip read. Oh well,
Oh, good Lord.
that's all right. See, now you could be like the horse whisperer, but with the music people. You could be like,
Jesus.
yeah,
This is gonna.
Jesus.
This
be
is,
great. No, you're the only one I hear. I don't hear John, but John's not there.
No, John's not
hear,
there.
Yeah, I can't hear Dominic because he's in an echo or something or other where he just types.
He's in a bubble.
And Tuffley might as well be Helen Keller. So
I do have runes on the desk. Maybe I could spell something out.
So.
Oh, Lord.
Helen Keller was lucky that she never had to hear Third Eye Blind. And I just realized the pun of the band Third Eye Blind just now, so I'm sorry.
Nice.
She just needed the third eye.
That's really bad. I'm going to go cry now.
Which is a Tool reference.
Yes. Oh, there's a new Tool record.
Yeah, or something, because they all I see is like every... Okay, I will be very fucking glad when people stop reporting on tweets.
Yes.
Because it was like every other day, oh, Mayor James Keenan tweeted at a fan. I don't fucking care. If I want that, I'll go read his Twitter.
Although you notice, like, he's fucking with
sometimes,
people, right?
though, what it is they'll get an email from the record label or the marketing company saying, so instead of being lazy, or instead of writing the actual press release, they'll just be lazy now and say, oh, here, read this tweet. That's kind of what's evolving now.
Oh, lovely. What were you saying, Tuffley?
I was saying he's fucking with people on Twitter about this.
Yeah, I know, but I'm like, just the whole...
I love it. I love that he's fucking with people on Twitter about this.
Because... Oh, I appreciate Maynard fucking with people all day long. But it's the whole thing of, it's like the websites that are so desperate for Avengers-related material that they're reporting on, oh, a new fan just noticed this. I'm like, okay, that's that.
Well, here's the thing I attribute it to. It's like it's like the dearth of rock albums, right? So, and this goes back to last year with the Arctic Monkeys record, where everybody thought it was going to be a rock record. Oh, great, a real rock band doing a record, awesome! And then that record came out. So, like, people keep looking. People who like rock, or people whose job it is to write about rock records, keep looking toward the next thing. And the only thing that's left is Tool. And the people who never put out records, right? So...
Oh, yeah, we're here. Tuffley's just been talking.
I can't hear Rob either.
I know! I understand. Who cannot hear anyone else at this point?
Oh...
Absolute fucking madness.
This is a Jordan Peele episode of The Twilight Zone.
Oh, God. No. That has to be so much better than this. Which, by the way, starts in what? Less than a week?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I can't fucking wait. I need it. It's gonna be so good.
I keep seeing the trailers for Us, and I'm like, I could go see that, but I'm like, nope, can't do that. I've reached the stage in my life where maybe I don't want to do that anymore. I can do Twilight Zone in my house, but I'm like,
yeah,
nope, can't do Us. Nope. Sorry.
Well, that's the thing, is that it's definitely not a Twilight Zone episode.
Yeah.
Now, that being said, if you had an episode of This Is Us in which Jordan Peele directed it as though it were Us,
I would. It would be like Quentin's ER episode.
Huh?
It's like that. Oh,
do you remember Quentin's ER episode?
Not completely.
The Tarantino.
Oh, Rob, you back? Can you hear everybody?
I can hear everybody. Can everybody hear me?
Tuffley cannot still hear you.
Okay, I don't know what to do for him because I can hear him. I could hear him,
right?
And then he went away.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. Is how can I hear both of you? Oh wait, so you can hear Tuffley, but Tuffley can't hear you.
No, I heard him, and then I can't hear him now.
No. Okay, because he's not talking right now.
Well, have him talk.
Tuffley, say something.
Should I talk now?
There he is. Yes, I heard him.
No, Tuffley, can you hear Rob?
Hello?
I can't hear Rob. I can't hear
Ah!
And of course, John's fucking gone. So
John is off being Ed Harris and Snowpiercer.
you.
is it because John
All
has
right, let
his
me
mic
back out and see if it's me.
Okay.
All right, well, I'll come back in a minute and we'll talk about the Quentin
all right.
Tarantino ER episode.
Oh.
What?
The Quentin Tarantino ER episode.
Did he do an episode of ER?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I've never actually seen ER. So
I will say this. Watch the first episode.
yeah. See, the problem is when I was growing up, anytime having a mom that was a nurse, anytime there was anything medical related,
Yeah.
everything that was wrong would get pointed out. It's like having somebody in your family that's a police detective and you're watching like Hill Street Blues or something.
Oh,
you
God.
know? Yeah. So it was kind of like, well, they wouldn't do that. I'm like, okay. So that's part of the reason why I haven't seen ER,
Okay,
I
so I
understand.
can hear Rob.
Or St.
and I
Elsewhere.
can hear Wedge.
which I really need to see.
Hey! Amazing.
Can everyone hear me?
Hello?
Yes.
Is
Rob,
Tuffley talking?
Yes, he is. Toughly say something.
I'm saying something now.
I can't hear him.
So Toughly can hear Rob now. Rob can't hear Toughly.
Yeah.
What the fuck is actually happening?
It's
I
password,
don't
Wedge.
know. We might have to Bob Dylan this and make little signs with on marker and white paper.
Toughly's on the podcast. Live on the webcast.
Yeah.
I'm in the basement, which I actually am.
Yeah.
All of
Listen on my headphones.
all of my answers will be
Yeah.
in album covers.
You try this.
I think there's actually a UK panel show like that.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Oh my god.
This is actually the best panel show ever.
Oh boy.
It's
Well, at
like,
least
you know what it is? It's like those bits in a game show where they send the partner off stage to be in a soundproof booth, but
Yeah.
you don't know where the soundproof booth is or who's in it, or even if they're on the same show as you.
yeah.
That's pretty much it.
It's like if Tattletales and Love Connection filmed next
And of
door
course,
to each
John
other
will
and
come
they switch
back
the
at
rooms.
like, 20 minutes before the end of the podcast and just press a button and fix everything.
It's sunspots, I'm telling you.
I don't know.
I don't know either. So, anyway, yes, I was just telling Rob that he needs to watch the first episode of ER. That's really all I've seen. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
It's one of those. It's one of those like you go back and watch the first episode of Friends and you go, "Oh wait, this used to be really good."
Yeah. But yeah, there was a little bit
I
where
can't stand Friends.
Quentin Tarantino was
I know.
directing television.
Yeah,
Was that-
I remember that.
That makes me a bad person.
And he did like an ER and he did like a CSI. I think he did a couple of CSIs. Right. And
I
then
know. It makes me horrible.
the ER one was the one with the helicopter
Absolutely
crash. And chopped off like one of the cast members' hands.
No, so Rick Grimes before it was Rick Grimes.
Yeah, something like that. And like one of the main characters' hands got caught in a crashing helicopter's propeller blade or something.
Rob, what are you doing?
And then
Trying to fix something. Hold on.
Oh,
Okay.
mute
I'm
yourself.
seeing if this thing with Tuffley is on my end,
Okay.
no, I don't think
which
it
I
is.
can't. I don't think it is.
I don't think it is.
So, sorry.
That's okay.
I switched out headphones. So
No, that's fine. It sounded like you were trying to poke us with a screwdriver or something.
no, I switched out mics and I switched out headphones. And I'm just trying to see if it's something I screwed up. Because usually if something is broken in Need Coffee Land, it's me.
No, it's normally me.
So who knows?
I don't know. I have no idea. So
I was about to say, why don't you go get John? But then I realized that's a little hard because he's not really next to you. So
no, he's not. He's off being Ed Harris in the Truman Show.
yeah.
We're just gonna pick different Ed Harris roles he is.
There's enough of them, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But when we get to Ed Harris's Pollock, then we know that we've come to the end of the podcast.
We've reached full
You know, when
circle.
we were in when Jet and I were in Vienna on our honeymoon, we saw Ed Harris at the Vienna Art Museum, just walking by, And I was like,
Nice.
ooh, it's Ed Harris. I was Ed Harris, and Janet was just like, you behave. So I didn't get to say hi or sup to him or anything.
Yeah, were you even saying sup at the time?
A little bit, not much.
Okay, so you hadn't really evolved into,
Yeah.
suppery.
I never really started that till Rox forced it upon us, but yeah.
Well, we could say that about a lot of things about ourselves,
Yes, I know.
Rox is the catalyst for many things.
Yeah. I knew the evening was bad when Tuffley showed up wearing a Blackhawk shirt. So
This is a Gordie Howe shirt.
Sports again.
Okay.
You don't want to hear that. It's Widge's worst nightmare. Tuffley and I are going to talk about sports. Neither one of us will hear it, and you'll have to be the go-between to talk about sports.
I'm just thinking,
that's your version of purgatory.
No, I was just confused because I'm like, I didn't know DC Comics made Blackhawk merchandise.
No, they did.
No, the story on this is that
So.
earlier in the year, I went to, or last year, early in the season, when I went to the Chicago home opener.
Right.
And they had, because Gordie Howe had just passed, and they were doing the memorial tribute and like the Blackhawk season opener that I just happened to have been at.
Right.
So I thought I'd get a T-shirt because that would be a cool thing because Gordie Howe. So,
No, I don't, but I'll take your word for it, though.
Okay. So
Absolutely.
Somebody eventually listening to this will go, oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's one of those things where one of the things that Need Coffee has taught me is that you just eventually just take the people on staff, you just trust that they know what they're talking about because I don't know anything about sports.
Yeah, but that's good.
But of course, all of
you
this
were
is
not
mute.
cursed with it like I am. Then.
Of course, all of this is mute because nobody posted.
I'm generally not
anyway.
a sports guy, but I grew up with a whole family full of them, so by osmosis, yeah. So you're lucky.
Well, no, I grew up in a family of sports enthusiasts. It never clicked with me. I never understood it. I went along with what my mom said, which was basically all you got to do is tell me the final score and I could probably tell you what happened.
See, I just went the opposite direction.
Yeah.
I went to they forced football because we're both from Alabama. So
right. Yeah.
Football. And I got sick of football. So as soon as I could, I got into something that nobody else liked.
Curling?
No, well, yeah,
Yes.
hockey.
Oh, right.
So it's like everybody says Alabama or Auburn, and I had like a Penguin shirt on. So, I just went,
No, that makes sense. I just always said that I didn't really have a dog in the fight of Alabama Auburn. I was a New Mexico fan for New Mexico versus New Mexico State. And I don't even know if that's a real thing. I just have been saying that for years. And nobody even asked me what sport. It could have been badminton for all I know. I don't know.
Checkers.
Could have been checkers. Could have been Chinese checkers. I don't know.
Those checkers games are bloodthirsty.
It can be. Oh, yeah. When the knives come out in front of the Cracker Barrel. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Or that peg game. No, that peg game is brutal.
Don't Google that, kids.
The Cracker Barrel peg game.
The Cracker Barrel peg. That's an alternate title for this episode. Sweet Jesus. Oh, my God.
Telephone, the podcast.
Yeah. Telegram, the podcast. You have to drive down to Western Union and pick it up. We're trying to record a podcast. Stop. No, seriously, stop.
Like having a stagecoach.
Hey, this beer is good. So, God, I don't even know
how to conduct this.
Yeah, I know. Oh, but wait, I will say this though. Tuffley, since you know things, you can explain to me what Apple just announced apart from the News Plus thing, which I've already subscribed to.
Nothing really.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's like they did absolutely everything they could not to rock the boat, which drives me nuts because this would be the one time that they actually could. Right?
Well, it makes me think that there's just nothing ready.
Well, I think it's that. I think, because Apple's been trying to do a live TV component for years, and they
Right.
just haven't been able to put it together. So what everybody thought going into this was, oh, they finally got it. Or they finally cracked it, because they've been working on this for a while, and just nothing, just flat nothing. And because here's the thing, I thought everybody started to go, and all of the people who like watch this sort of stuff go, oh, they made all the hardware announcements via press release, right?
Right.
So that
Maybe they're making room for everything else.
They had, and it's sort of like it was. I think I made the joke somewhere in the middle, and I don't know if you saw this when I was tweeting about it. It was just sort of like, well, it looks like the dream of the 90s. It's like the Oprah Book Club in a fucking Sonic game. What the hell is this? And by the way, if anyone from Apple is listening, I just want to point out.
They listen.
I just want to point out that don't threaten us with a 3D Sonic game, all right? Because that doesn't sell your platform. Just ask Microsoft and Sony and Nintendo. Oh, and Sega. Doesn't sell your platform. That doesn't work.
Well, what I thought was just weird is the fact that they, as has been pointed out multiple times since it happened, they normally are like, okay, this is what it is, and here's how much it costs, and here's what it'll do for you, and here's when you can have it. And instead, we still don't know what Apple TV Plus or whatever the fuck it is going to cost. Yeah. And I'm like, I mentioned this to Brian. I saw the list of stuff that they were going to have on their channel.
Yeah.
None of it made me go, oh, I need to run out and get another streaming service.
I mean, Amazing Stories looks interesting.
Yeah, but
that's basically a concept, and we knew what the concept was from before.
Right. Okay.
So,
Rob's back. Hang on a second. Okay,
I can actually hear Tuffley.
Oh my God, Tuffley, can you hear Rob?
No.
God damn it!
Because I switched to my cell phone.
Oh my God!
So I think you can hear Rob.
I can hear Tuffley though.
I know, but there's always a piece missing.
Well, this is good. This means that my computer's not broken and my phone's not broken.
Okay, should I try to bow out for a second and come back?
Oh, sure, why not?
We'll pick up this Apple talk in a minute.
Okay, all right.
The thing is, you can edit this. You can edit it later in post, and it'll sound fine.
Oh, lovely.
You know what? I'm gonna do something crazy. I'm gonna mail John. Hey, we are having sound issues.
Yeah.
And I'll send it to him.
I hear Rob.
I hear you.
Check the. Okay, good. Amazing.
We all hear each other.
Yay!
Yes.
Oh my God. Okay.
Now, let me see what happens when I do that with my actual computer. I'll just stay on the phone. Don't worry about it.
Okay, good. That's fine.
So Rob called in.
Rob's called in. Yes.
Yeah,
okay.
I called it on the phone, so I just want to see what happens when
Okay, well, I can hear you, and I can hear Widge, and
Amazing!
I think everybody can hear each other, right?
No one fucking touch anything!
Yes, Mother.
Oh, God.
Okay, so Apple. So yeah, it was just like the biggest bunch of nothing. The credit card is kind of inching. The credit card thing was in inches, right? And then the Apple TV channels thing was basically if you already subscribe to a service, it works in the TV app, which is kind of how that works already. So that's not really new.
Well, what I don't understand is why, since they have all this liquidity, right?
Yeah.
Why didn't they just buy somebody? You know what I mean? Like, instead of trying to introduce their own thing, which is a piecemeal of all the stuff that nobody else wanted.
Yeah.
Why didn't they just fucking buy somebody?
Well, the rumor is they made an offer on CBS.
Okay, but I meant buying somebody.
You mean somebody
Not
who actually
CBS.
has something? Oh, yeah.
Yes. not what now, granted, if they were trying to get pensioners, yeah, I could totally see
there were
how
Well, you got to remember they own a piece of Disney too. So some of these components that they have aren't theirs to announce. Like Disney absolutely does not want them spilling the beans on Disney Plus, which, by the way, goes with Disney's nomenclature. Is that how it goes? Yeah, that's the word.
Right.
Apple TV Plus, Disney Plus, ESPN Plus.
Right.
So they're slotting themselves into what Disney's doing. So like I said, there's part of this play that feels like they couldn't announce because it's not theirs to announce. And it's also not going to be exclusive to their platform either. Which you also notice that they're making the TV app available on other platforms.
Right.
Yeah, I noticed that.
They hadn't done before. Which makes me think I think there's still going to be a bundle that's announced down the line that includes the Disney offerings too.
How soon?
I just kind of see that coming.
Hang on, Tuffley, hang on. Can you hear Rob? Rob, say something.
Hello?
I cannot hear Rob.
What the fuck? Someone moved.
Nothing.
Well, I see. Okay, so this is going to be inside baseball, folks. Just stick with us.
Oh God, not more sports.
I know. So I can see you. And I can see Rob's original phone call, and I can see the other Rob. But I can't hear Rob at all from either of his two places. I don't.
So we have the Mirror Universe Rob, and we have the real Rob.
Yeah. Is this like Mirror Universe Michelle Yeoh? Because that would be cool.
Did Michelle Yeoh have a beard?
No, she didn't. She just had a cat suit. It was kind of like Emma Peel.
I mean, I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Well, have you watched any of Discovery?
I have not.
Okay. So no spoilers, but there was a good Michelle Yeoh that died early on.
Okay.
And then there's an evil Michelle Yeoh that's still around. And the Mirror Universe Michelle Yeoh came back to the other side.
I hate it when that happens.
And then like the Mirror Universe Michelle Yeoh is basically Michelle Yeoh in a cat suit.
I don't hate it when that happens.
Well, I'm like, it's like Emma Peel in Star Trek. It's cool, but kicking people in the face.
Nothing not to like about that.
Nothing wrong with that. That's at least more of what it's more.
Right. Hang on, Rob. I can hear you.
Can Tuffley hear me?
You can't hear Rob.
No.
Oh, for fuck's sake. All right.
I wish this were a bit. This would be a great bit.
No, it wouldn't be. Mother of God. Okay. So anyway, yeah, I was very confused by the Apple thing. Now, the News Plus thing, I grabbed immediately because that's a stupid good deal.
Well, even the News Plus thing is a half measure, though, right? Because everybody who has their own subscription service isn't included on this.
Well, not necessarily. I mean,
like New York Times, you still have to subscribe to them separately, but they're on the news app.
Right, but there's like Wired. You can subscribe to them separately, and they're on the news app.
I didn't do a search for Top Gear. That would probably do it.
Yeah, no, but I think only the big hitters like Washington Post and New York Times.
Well, Washington Post is Amazon, so that's not going to happen.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? It's like, but everything else is just all the other people who are, give you like 4 freebie articles and then you're done.
Yeah.
Like Wired, suddenly now you get full access.
Yeah.
Okay, Rob, you're back. Say something.
Something.
Toughly, Rob just said something.
I couldn't hear it. Sorry.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
Well, I'll hang up and try again. How about that?
Sure. Why not?
All right.
We'll probably finish talking about Apple and go straight to recommendations. But yeah, so I can't really look at what's on Apple News on this machine because I haven't updated this machine yet.
Yeah.
But I like instantly did it on my laptop so I could subscribe before they came to their senses. But yeah, so it's cool. The only thing I wish it were, and maybe it will become, knowing them, more like, say, Flipboard.
Yeah.
Where you're basically just creating your own magazine/news site. That would be good.
Well, I wonder what it does to stuff like Flipboard and Pocket. What is it? Because like,
well, but I mean, Pocket,
Android's still a thing, but
but like Pocket for me, Pocket is where I save my stuff, right?
Yeah.
It's less like Flipboard, which is curated news feeds basically that look like a magazine.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, maybe you can do that with Pocket, but I just never have. It's Pocket is for me where I put the news stories that I can't read at the moment.
Yeah.
And then I mostly just go into Pocket and I'll like say, well, read this to me, and I'll use the fake voice while I'm driving around to hear articles that I don't have time to read.
Yeah.
So, okay, Rob's back. You want to try again, Rob?
Sure, why not?
No response from Tuffley. Nothing has changed. Someone moved. Someone moved. Maybe it was me.
Shall I try this now? Shall I try this now?
Sure, do it. Do it. Just do it. Oh, my God.
I'm sorry.
It's not you. It's sunspots. I'm telling you. Fucking sunspots. Where the heat death of the universe is closer than we thought. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. I said party people. It's my fault. I take full responsibility. Okay, Tuffley. Tuffley's back. Tuffley, can you hear me?
I can hear Wedge.
Okay, good.
That's good.
Rob, say something.
Rob.
Something.
I heard Rob. He's trying a George Harrison song.
Rob, can you hear Tuffley?
Yes, I can.
Nobody move!
Tuffley, can you hear Widge?
Yes.
I can't hear Widge.
Oh my God, are you fucking kidding me?
Yes, I am.
God damn it! I don't have enough meds for this.
If there is someone at home when this is eventually unearthed, if someone could make a Widge puppet and just have him do like the Kermit reaction every time he does this, Widge will pay you real money.
No, I have no real money. What are you talking about?
So what I'm going to do now is
not
switch anything.
Don't touch anything.
I'm not.
Don't move.
I'm not. It's all Tuffley's fault.
It's sunspots. Oh,
like,
Jesus
hey,
Christ.
everybody, I came back and did one.
Way to go, Tuffley. Tonight on Tuffley Destroys the Universe.
I don't have enough alcohol. Anyway.
You're complaining about this now?
Well, I didn't realize I was going to need this much.
Sorry. Great.
I believe this is how Amy Winehouse recorded a record, right? I've heard the Mark Ronson joke. So I'm sorry, that was bad. I'm sorry, people. I'm sorry. Anyway.
No. It's okay.
See, this is the bit you can hear. That's bad.
It's a podcast that doesn't refresh itself every 5 minutes.
No, it doesn't.
Sorry. So let's start all over.
No!
Wait, I can't hear anyone. No. Okay, sorry.
Sweet Jesus. So do we even know, is there even a launch date for anything that Apple's talked about?
Besides magazines, because you already have it. Games is the fall.
Okay.
Arcade. I'm sorry, Apple Arcade. That's the name of it.
Right.
It's in the fall, and yeah, that kind of goes by the same model as kind of Game Pass, sort of Xbox Game Pass, where you download the games to your own system, and then play them on. You can play them offline, or you can play them online.
So is it? So do you get a certain number of games you can have at a particular time, or how does that work?
I think it's unlimited. They'll have like a mix of games on the service, and you can have any of those.
Huh.
And then as long as I'm assuming as long it's the model of as long as you're subscribed to the service, you can still have as many of those as you would like.
Huh. Because that's what, $10 a month?
They haven't announced a price for that yet. They also did not announce a price for that.
Huh. Because I was seeing $9.99 on Forbes for some reason.
$9.99 is the current price of Game Pass for Xbox.
Okay.
Now the rumor is so here's the larger kind of plan for games. So the Google thing that came out, right?
I understand it happened. Yes.
Yeah. So Google's got a streaming play called Stadia, and that's nebulously out sometime we think this year, maybe. And then Xbox, Microsoft is playing around with expanding Game Pass to other hardware platforms. Also Game Pass, and then they have kind of something they're tooling around with called xCloud, which is going to be their streaming service. Now they're starting to make inroads with Microsoft. Microsoft's starting to make inroads, with Nintendo. Because there's a lot of first-party Microsoft stuff that's kind of heading over to the Switch. Like, I think Cuphead's going to be released on the Switch next month. And with Cuphead, and Minecraft's already over there, but with Cuphead and Minecraft, in a future update, bring like Xbox Live compatibility. So you can earn Xbox Live achievements by playing those games on the Switch.
Okay.
So the thought is, because Xbox Live achievements coming to the Switch is kind of a thing.
Right.
Kind of the thought is the expanded part of that. And I think there was a GDC Microsoft keynote about an SDK that allows a software development kit that allows their xCloud and some of their other sort of proprietary game technologies for use on other systems. So you can kind of extrapolate where this is going, right?
Yes.
The idea that potentially Microsoft and Nintendo are teaming up to like fuck with Sony's shit, basically, because Sony owns this generation and probably the next one too. But Sony has basically committed to consoles because that's what they do. They do hardware. Microsoft and Google are playing in the services realm. And it's interesting that Apple announces their play, because what it does is everybody who has, iOS stuff is going to be served by the Apple thing, but it still leaves enough room. It's kind of wishy-washy because both the plans from Google and the plans from Microsoft involve releasing these things for iOS.
Okay.
So Apple is basically in the position of, we really don't want to piss anyone off. We want our own services and stuff to stay in our ecosystem, but we want to do only just enough to not like rock the boat with anybody else. Because we still want those other guys on our platform, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And that sort of seems like the entire sort of chain of those announcements. We don't want to really disrupt anything. We just want to come and play with everyone else. And everyone else can be on our platform. And it all seems sunny until somebody steals a producer. It's basically what's going to happen. It's all going to be great until somebody steals a producer. But yeah, Netflix has been locking up. And this will even go back to stuff like Netflix canceling the Marvel shows and Netflix canceling One Day at a Time and Netflix canceling all of these shows that they don't own the IP for.
Right.
That they don't have the distribution locked down for. Right. And so, for stuff like the Marvel shows, Marvel was going to release that stuff on DVD because they get to do that. So that's what Netflix was kind of worried about because they don't own the distribution on it. They don't get kickbacks from DVD sales, even as little as they are at this point, but they don't get kickbacks on that. Like House of Cards can still be released on DVD, right? Because Netflix's model depends on you going to Netflix to watch these shows. Right?
Right.
So, all of these shows that, what Netflix was doing in the beginning was like, resurrecting, your favorite dead TV show. That's over. That's not happening anymore. And nobody's doing that unless they own it. Because it doesn't make any sense for anybody to pick up your favorite dead TV show, and distribute it and make it a continuing thing if all you're doing is waiting for the studio to cash 100 episodes and sell it somewhere else.
This is true.
That doesn't do Netflix any good.
Yeah, I don't really understand their business model.
Their business model is kind of based on HBO's to an extent. A lot of it's, I think apparently a lot of it in the beginning, a lot of it was based on like subscriptions and how much buzz it brought to Netflix, which goes into, now we're going to resurrect your favorite dead show. No, your favorite dead show. That one too. And that was originally Netflix's model because they wanted eyeballs. They wanted subscriptions. And now that they've got eyeballs and subscriptions, they're going more kind of the ultra HBO model is, we're going to make everything. We're not going to outside producers. We're just going to make everything. That way we own how the show is seen and distributed all over. Right?
Right.
So if HBO, so for example, anything's an HBO show that gets released on DVD, all of those Game of Thrones DVDs, right? Well, that's all HBO. So Warner's puts that out and it's all one happy family and it comes out. They own all of that. And that's kind of what Netflix wants. Netflix wants to own their own IP. Netflix wants to, Netflix has given like Ryan Murphy and Shonda Rhimes like huge contracts. I think, and the guy who created Blackish, they got him too, to create, whatever you guys want, but your next thing is going to be on Netflix. And that's the only place it's ever going to be.
Right. So is TV Land still around?
Yeah, TV Land's still around.
Yeah, nobody watches it, but yeah.
Well, but see, here's the thing though. They're at least doing the smart thing of, we're not going to bring back the shows that you love. We're going to bring back the people from the shows that you love.
Yeah.
In a new show that's like a band supergroup show.
Yeah.
That's like Hot in Cleveland, which has been like 9 seasons.
Yeah, I think they ended that actually.
Well, but I mean,
yeah,
it
it's the
like,
same theory. Yeah, they've done a bunch of those.
Yeah, it did like how many episodes? And let's see.
It was around for a while. I think it was maybe 5 seasons.
128 episodes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but I really was impressed with that model of, we're not going to buy, we're not going to try to get the Golden Girls and Frasier and all this stuff. We're just going to borrow some of the cast members and stick them all together in a show and make it happen.
And the other thing, I think one of the places released an article about Netflix where they were talking about, some of the reasons they cancel their shows. And some of it comes down to, for them, they realized that the same thing Network TV realized is that people tend to lose interest as shows get older.
Right.
Like the mass general audience just loses interest in a show as it gets older. So, they said in the case of the Marvel shows, we don't have to produce more than 3 seasons of it because after 30 episodes, people don't care. Or the viewership drops off to the point where it's still, getting eyeballs, but it's not getting, it's not getting the attention. It's not getting the buzz.
Well, if that is the case, then I'm wondering why they don't just plan, basically, we're going to do a 20 episode series and call it. So that way, well, because here's part of it. Here's what I've determined is the problem with the Netflix model currently.
Yeah.
And we've seen this a lot with the Marvel shows.
Yeah.
Is that we want 10 episodes. Well, I have an 8-episode story. Well, we want 10 episodes.
Yeah.
Okay, well, here's this 12-episode story. Well, we want 10 episodes. It's like, just as long as you're doing everything else, like, however anybody wants to do it, right? Like, whenever it wants to come out, all this other stuff. If they have a 9-episode series, give them 9 fucking episodes. So, but I'm like, wouldn't it be great if you just said, like, okay, like with Good Omens on Amazon Prime, which is coming, right?
Yeah.
I fully believe we're not going to get a season 2 of Good Omens, right?
No, Neil's already said we're not getting a season 2.
Oh yeah, but you know what I mean. It's like all these things like Trust, where you just go, wait, how are you doing a season 2 of that?
Like, and to be honest, Neil says he's out of show running, so he's not doing that anymore.
Well, and that's fine. I still want them to do a. I still think Amazon should do Neverwhere as the series next.
Although, isn't he like helping? Isn't Amazon doing Storyteller?
Is it Amazon? It may be.
Somebody's doing either. It's no. I'm sorry. It's Jim Henson, so it's probably Disney. It's probably Disney Plus.
Right, and I think now,
and like Neil's writing, he's not producing it, but I know he's writing like at least an episode or 2.
Right. Or he may be like creative consultant or something, but he's not show running.
But yeah, I know he's doing. I know he's involved with
you guys hear me now?
Storyteller. So I think it's Henson.
Hello?
So I'm gonna
hang on, Rob. Toughly, Rob moved. Can you still hear him?
I did not hear Rob move.
Rob, say something.
Something.
Toughly, did you hear that?
No, I did not.
Who changed something?
I didn't. You guys both cut out at once. Let me go try something else. Hold on.
Oh, Jesus.
No, you're fine.
Anyway.
So yeah, I'm going to assume that the Henson thing is probably with Disney Plus. So I know he's doing that. I think Anazi Boys is probably locked in with American Gods, so I don't think we're going to get that without Stars.
Yeah, hang on. Let's see. It's yeah, and Stars has already been renewed for 3rd season.
Yeah, American Gods has been renewed for a 3rd season.
Let's see. Storyteller. Oh, he is writing and executive producing the Storyteller.
Okay.
But I don't know.
Probably not as an active showrunner, probably as a consultant.
Yeah, probably, yeah. I think that would make the most sense.
But if it's Henson, I'm assuming that's Disney because Disney has all the Henson stuff.
Yeah.
Although,
yeah,
to be fair, Sesame. Okay, so the Sesame thing is Henson, but it's separate.
Right.
That's on Apple.
What happened to the Sesame Street on HBO thing?
That's still okay. So Sesame Street is still on HBO.
Okay.
Sesame Street is still on HBO. This thing, the Helpsters, I think is what it's called.
Okay.
The thing where the Muppets, it's Sesame Street adjacent.
Okay.
The Sesame Street people are doing it, but it's a separate thing and it's going to be on Apple Plus.
Okay.
Huh.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
No.
So Rob, say something.
Something.
Toughly, can you hear Rob?
No.
Of course you can. All right.
Sorry.
Someone moved.
I didn't move, I swear.
Wasn't me.
I was talking.
I believe you.
All right, I'll try this again.
Wait, what are you trying again?
I hang up and keep dialing back in because
this is no to Rob. So this is insanity.
No, I just figure if I don't hear Toughly, I'll just keep hanging up and calling back till I get him.
That's the definition of insanity.
I know, but still.
Well, hang on. Let's do this then. So let's just cut the recommendations before we all go insane. And so Rob, you can hear Toughly or not?
Is he talking?
Toughly, say something.
Should I say something?
I can hear Toughly.
Okay, Toughly, why don't you go first? Because Rob can at least hear you.
Okay.
Do recommendations.
So he knows that I'm getting one of his.
However that works.
Yeah. So I will recommend one for the PlayStation, probably PlayStation 4, The Witness. It's on a lot of things. I don't know if you've played this, Wedge, but it's on a lot of things, and it's called The Witness. And it's kind of a 3D puzzle game.
Okay.
It's a little bit like Portal.
Yes, I think Doc sent it to me, but I have not had a chance to watch it yet.
Yeah, so it's right now, as we speak, in this moment of time for the next couple of days until it kicks over to April, it's still free. One of the freebies on PlayStation Plus. So anybody who has a PlayStation, you can go get it now. But it's a very interesting kind of 3D puzzle game. I've seen Kim play that a lot. It's a huge time suck, and it doesn't look like it's one of those where it doesn't look like it's a huge time suck, but it's a goddamn time suck. You kind of get sucked in.
Not just a time suck, but a goddamn
and
time suck.
It's a 3D puzzle game, so you're trying to figure out different ways to solve puzzles based on environmental clues.
Okay.
So it's really cool. It's kind of it's part treasure hunt, it's part Tetris, it's a lot of different things, but you're basically walking around an island and solving puzzles that unlock things.
So it's Myst the Return.
Kind of, yeah, it's very Myst-like. It's very Myst-like, and she was very into that. So it's The Witness. It's not just on PlayStation. It's on basically should be on just about every platform known to man by this point, but I believe it's free on PlayStation Plus right now. The other thing I recommend, which has been my personal time suck on the Switch, is, and Widge, you remember Tetris for the Game Boy?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so imagine Tetris for the Game Boy, and exactly Game Boy Tetris, where if you're playing 2-player, you get shit on after a certain little while, right?
Right.
Okay, so imagine that as a battle royale game.
Okay, then.
That is Tetris 99.
Jesus. Okay.
And that is the reason you're going to get Nintendo Online if you have a Switch.
Well, thank God I don't have a Switch.
Because it comes free. It's a freebie. It's Nintendo Online's drug. It's Nintendo Online's crack. It's the thing that's going to sell their damn service. It is literally Battle Royale Tetris.
Jesus. How many players?
It is 99 players.
Wow.
How does that even work?
Okay, so there's 2 ways you can do this. So it is literally just like Game Boy Tetris. That's the way it's set up. But instead, like on the screen, you can see everyone else playing.
Okay.
Now, what you can do, but I don't recommend you doing, is you can target individual players.
Okay.
You can target individual players while you're playing so that they get the bricks that you're sending out, right?
Right.
Or the smart thing you want to do is just set it for automatic options where the game automatically determines, which player's close to going out, who's leading, who's higher ranked, that sort of thing. And it targets automatically those players.
Wow. Okay.
But you keep going until everybody gets eliminated.
Jesus. Okay.
And it starts out before the top 50, before when it gets to the top 50, then it starts to speed up. So the speed is based on how far into the survival mode you are.
Yeah, I can see where this will destroy lots of people.
Yes. It's you think, oh, well, I'll just go on for a minute and do a couple of rounds and it's fine. I'll be okay. Like an hour later, right? You're like, wait, I got into 30th place. I can do better.
Good God. How long do these rounds last?
They're pretty damn quick. They're pretty quick. They can be very quick. I think not longer than 5 minutes. I've never played a round longer than 5 minutes.
Wow.
And it and that's basically what it is. It's Battle Royale Tetris.
Okay, then.
And I think I remember recommending like the Chill Tetris. Do you remember me recommending Tetris Effect?
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, where it's the chill Tetris and it's, this soft music and whales and, new age music or hip hop or whatever, this kind of chill kind of background and everything. This is not that. But it's on the Switch. If you're going to get Nintendo, if you're interested in this, it's free with Nintendo Online, the Nintendo Online service. And it's fucking crack. But it's fun. So yeah, Game Boy Tetris with 99 other people. It's insanity. It's fun.
See,
I will make a quick music recommendation so that Rob doesn't feel left out. Jenny Lewis has a new album out. And I'm blanking on the title. Give me a second to look it up. But Jenny Lewis has a new album out, and it's really, really great. So check out the new Jenny Lewis album. And while I'm thinking of it, the kind of musical rabbit hole I've been down this week is the Bangles.
Okay.
And that is because Susanna Hoffs is inducting the Zombies into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame later this week.
Nice.
So, for those of you who are sitting at home going Bangles, Zombies, I'm not really sure how that connects. Go back and listen to like their EP, the like 82 EP where it's more garage rock.
Right.
And then like the first album, All Over the Place. And that's kind of feels like a little more connection actually. And also their later albums, Doll Revolution and something about Daughters of the Sunset or something like that. But they're two later albums after like the big ones that are more in line with the sort of guitar kind of garage rock band sort of mentality that they started being. And then they kind of went English pop later. But that's the rabbit hole I went down was like the Bangles records. So All Over the Place is the one I wasn't familiar with because it's the one before Different Light, which is Walk Like an Egyptian and Manic Monday and all that.
Right.
But All Over the Place is from 1984 and it's got the Going Down to Liverpool and Hero Takes a Fall on it. And that's sort of the beginning of like the polished sort of English garden pop kind of stuff that the Bangles kind of evolved into. But there's a 5-track EP that came out. Eventually, I think it ended up on IRS, but it was one of the Copeland owned labels. But that one is really, really interesting and a lot of garage rock. That one's called Bangles. If you can find the original EP, it's just a 5-track EP. It's really hard to find. I think they eventually re-released it in a compilation with like live stuff,
right?
Called Ladies and Gentlemen, Here's the Bangles, which I think is on Koch. So that'd be a little bit easier to find. That was about 2014. But yeah, the rabbit hole this week was early Bangles. So check that out. And also I just found out Raging Roger passed from the English Beat. So that's really, really, really sad because he had been fighting cancer for a really long time and it came back. It always sucks. Fuck cancer. So grab a Beat record. Check that out.
Cool. All right. Thanks, Duffley. All right, Rob, what have you got?
He literally stole 2 of mine. So that's why I typed damn.
Which one did I get?
The Bangles and the Jenny Lewis.
Bangles and Jenny Lewis, he says.
Oh, damn it.
No, it's okay. That means
I was trying.
No, it's not a bad thing. You have to embrace it as a good thing. So
Sorry.
yes, 2 things. One, it absolutely just ruins your day about Ranking Roger. And it's one of the great tragedies of our time. You know, before Joe Strummer died, him and Mick Jones made up. Before a lot of these other people in bands, they sort of had some sort of rapprochement. There doesn't appear like there was any sort of repair with Dave Wakeling and Ranking Roger, and it's just sad because they made some great records. I'll recommend Special Beat Service just because. But like, if it was not for the beat, I probably would never have heard Fishbone. So,
well, there you go.
And it made, those 2 made all the difference right there. So, yes, that's really sad. Also, anything you can listen to by Scott Walker, You have heard more Scott Walker records than you probably know that you have, but just an amazing songwriter who was weird in terms of song structure and just the way his songs were constructed. So I want to recommend that too. And then two other things. I want to recommend Mr. Duran Jones and the Indications. And his album, the Love Call record that's out now, that's just amazing. And then the Karen O and Danger Mouse Lux Prima, which totally works in a way that I did not think it could possibly work. So both of those, and then an interesting book called Meet Me in the Bathroom, which I think Tuffley should read. It's all about sort of the New York indie scene in the late 90s, early 2000s. So you've got Interpol, the Yeah Yeah Yeahs, the Strokes, White Stripes, and it's sort of this whole look at sort of like how the indie cultures of bands view other bands and how they intermingle and such things, which is pretty great. And then also there's a new Tom Baker collection of Doctor Who on Blu-ray. And bear in mind, the season that it's Tom Baker's last season. It's his 7th season. And the stories are not particularly great. And he's not particularly motivated in all of them. But the extras alone are well worth it. And there's a new version of Legopolis. There's some really cool documentary stuff. And they look incredible. So now you can see all the terrible monsters and bad effects with, the comfort of Blu-ray. So have you seen any of those yet, Tuffley?
He can't hear you.
Sorry.
Yeah, he was asking if you had seen any of the final season of Tom Baker, Doctor Who on Blu-ray.
I haven't seen the Blu-ray yet. I do have those episodes on DVD previously, but I don't have the new Blu-ray edition.
Okay. Well, never mind. So yeah, that's pretty much it for me.
Cool.
And Morse code, wave of the future.
Although, do they have Behind the Sofa on there this time?
Yeah, they do. They have Behind the Sofas for every episode.
Okay. I really like that on the Davidson set. So
yeah, they're on every episode.
And I think they had it on the first Tom Baker set too. So I know that was going on. So I like those.
Yeah, those are cool. They're doing those, and they've got new making ofs and new features for all the stories.
So yeah, basically he said yes and lots of new stuff.
Okay, cool.
Well, as Tony Stark once said, I'm not wrong. Okay, so real quick for my recommendation, I will recommend Spider-Verse is on Blu-ray.
Yes.
And I saved that for you.
Thank you. And it's very, very tasty in that they actually have something that I really enjoy, which is footage of people delivering their lines. And of pretty much everyone. So you get to see stuff like, when you go, that was Liev Schreiber? Yet you can go, yeah, that was Liev Schreiber. Because so that's very cool. They also have a commentary with a ton of people, including like the directors and the writers. There is also downloadable they call an animator's commentary, an alternate commentary with members of the animation team that you can download and just watch alongside the Blu-ray. And there's an alternate, they call it alternate universe mode, where they've basically taken storyboards and other bits that, they wound up not using and incorporate them back into the movie so you can see basically an alternate cut of the movie.
Ooh.
That's pretty sweet. Just talking about the insane stuff that this did, which is over and above and beyond normal animation. For example, this makes total sense once you think about it. I'd never thought about it. If you're going to do time-lapse sequences in animation, you're basically animating the same amount of stuff if it had taken place in real time. You're just speeding it up. So you're increasing your workload exponentially, which I thought was pretty great. Also,
where on Wired, they showed like one of these breakdowns of like the scenes where they were talking about how certain characters were out of time, out of sync with the backgrounds.
Yes,
for part of the film until
basically what they were doing was animation is normally 1 frame a second.
Yeah.
And this was doing 2 frames a second, sometimes in the same frame. So you have different characters operating at different speeds. It's amazing.
Yeah. And then they were talking about things like we didn't really paint the backgrounds of the buildings because of the way the art style was. We didn't have to.
Right. They would basically use the technique of what you call it, where the printing, there would be a printing error.
Yeah.
To show depth of field. That was great.
Or they would like use paintings for, there was one thing where they used a painting for a bus shot.
Yes. There would be, though, like certain, like to accentuate certain actions, they would switch from CG to a hand painted shot. Basically, it's incredible what they actually did.
They apparently patented the process, right?
Yes, they did.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, here's the other thing too, which I thought was interesting. It's like the whole, they call it animating on 1s and 2s as opposed to how many frames you use. Once you see what they did, it's like your brain kind of understood that. At least with me, I went, oh, that explains why I was feeling this way about this particular scene. Did you experience that too? Because it's like when you hear, oh, with Dark Knight, the reason you had such a visceral reaction to the semi-flipping is because it's an actual semi-flipping in the middle of Chicago. It's not CG. You know how your brain picks it up on a certain level, and it's only when somebody explains it to you that you just go, oh, yeah, that's how this was.
Yeah, I read a thing actually, I think maybe yesterday, where Danny Boyle was talking about how he had been offered Alien Resurrection.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he had said something about, well, because he kept asking, because CGI was just starting to happen, and it was the thing. So he was wondering, well, are we doing primary effects like Ridley did on Alien, or are we doing CGI effects? Because if we're doing CGI, that's really not my kind of film. Right. And that's why he turned that down, because he didn't know what to make of CG at the time.
And neither did the people who made Alien Resurrection.
Yeah. But I find that interesting because he was like, well, if we're not doing primary effects, I really don't know how I'm going to get my head around this.
Right. Well, the other thing I'll point out real quick, because there's a bunch of great nuggets of information in the Blu-ray and like Tuffley was saying, in videos from Wired and elsewhere where they explore it. But the Prowler, the main audio cue of the Prowler, is this bestial, weird, roaring kind of sound. You know what I'm talking about, Tuffley?
Yeah.
Okay. And I didn't think about it until they pointed out that Daniel Pemberton, who by the way did the score for Man from U.N.C.L.E., used an elephant.
Yeah,
that's an elephant trumpeting.
Yeah, it sounded like some sort of horn effect.
Yeah, it's
an elephant.
Yeah, and once you hear that, yeah, you hear it completely. You go, yeah, that makes total sense. So there's a lot of stuff in there where you just go, oh, that makes amazing. And the Spider-Ham animated short, is everything you want, except it's not long enough.
Yeah.
I want an entire, like, you know, if Disney or Sony or whoever wants to do on their streaming service 11 seasons of John Mulaney doing a Spider-Ham animated series, that is how to get me to buy your fucking streaming service. I'll just say.
Which, while we're talking Spider-Verse, did you see where Vampire Weekend covered the Post Malone song?
No.
BBC One.
Right, the Post Malone song is Sunflower?
Sunflower, yeah.
Okay, let me just say,
which is the song he's doing at the beginning. Miles is doing at the beginning. Yes.
Yeah, it's at the beginning and the end of the movie
where they're talking like we didn't even have the song when we were animating that.
Yes, but it also made it even more Pitch Perfect when they have him not knowing the lyrics.
Yeah.
But
no.
Can I just say, real quick, that song is like the only song on the soundtrack I hate, and yet, in the context of the film, it works. Yeah. I don't know how that works. I don't know how you pull that off, but it's true. When I watch the film, it fits perfectly.
Yeah, Radio 1 Lounge Strikes Again.
Nice.
And Vampire Weekend, they were going through I guess talking up their album. They did it on BBC One. So you can probably find it with the live lounge stuff.
Did they fix it? Does it work now?
It's pretty faithful. So I don't know, but you know
what it is.
It sounds exactly like you would expect it to sound with Vampire Weekend doing it. So
I've just figured out what that Post Malone song is. Post Malone's song "Sunflower" is this generation's Wonderwall.
God, I hope not.
No, but think about it. It's a completely disposable song that makes little to no sense. Wonderwall. That's what it is. I barely understand it myself.
Well, Wonderwall's meant to sound like a White Album outtake, right? Which would have worked, but now we have White Album outtake, so we don't even need it now.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
yeah. There you go. So I would definitely recommend the Spider-Verse Blu-ray and the Spider-Verse score and the soundtrack, because the soundtrack is awesome, and it's even more awesome when you go. Okay, Tuffley, question for you.
Yeah,
because you might understand this. The Penny Parker theme that they're playing when she's making the new Goober.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, it's a song by an artist called Xenia Pax. It's called Want It Here.
Yeah.
And according to Sony's website, it was released as a single in 2015, but you can't find the full song fucking anywhere.
Is it not on YouTube?
No.
Okay.
The only version on YouTube is someone took the minute 25 that it's in the movie and stuck it together 3 times.
It might have been released. Was it released in Japan?
I don't know. The only evidence of it being released at all is on Sony's website. It's not on Discogs. It's not anywhere.
And I have the soundtrack for Spider-Verse. It's not on there, is it?
No, it's not on. There's a lot of stuff that's in the film that's not on there. So,
the Biggie stuff's not on there either.
Right.
Like the rap songs.
But basically, yeah. Well, yeah, the original stuff.
The old school songs aren't on there.
Right. But no, I was just curious because there's no pictures of her online. There's only 2 other songs on Spotify that were released at the end of last year. And originally I thought maybe this was some kind of a phantom marketing thing to get, because everyone's going crazy looking for more of it, more of her.
Yeah.
But then when I saw a 2015 date, I was like, what the fuck? So I don't know. I don't know what it is. But it's a great song and I want it.
Stuff I've heard in video games, so I thought they had taken it from a video game.
I mean, that's possible. All they made mention of
it. And also I
is,
believe that sounds like somebody who's composed video game music. So it's possible. I don't know.
It's very possible. And the only thing I know is that on the commentary, they make mention of that. And you've listened to the commentary, right?
I haven't heard the commentary yet.
Okay. All right. But they make mention of that scene that they tried scads of different songs in that bit until they settled on that one. So it may have just been something they found in the Sony library that was just hanging out. I don't know.
Yeah, see, that's what made me think, okay, well, it's from a game.
Yeah.
Because I kept thinking it was from a game.
Yeah, I don't know. All I know is that when I looked online, I did the whole, let me Shazam this bit. It shows up in Shazam. It shows up as Penny Parker's theme. But that's it. There's no information on the artist anywhere. She's got an Instagram, which has no information in it. She's not on Twitter. She's not really on Facebook. That's why I thought, well, this is something wacky Sony's doing, but the 2015 date just threw me. Who knows? It's all a conspiracy. But anyway, so that is my I am fucking obsessed with Spider-Verse. And the only other thing I'll mention is that David Lynch has a masterclass out, and it is everything that you wanted. Even if you don't know what you wanted, it's David Lynch, so it's exactly what you wanted. Trust me. So there you go. So, yeah, that's it. That's it for this insane episode of Weekend Justice. And it doesn't even... I don't even know if we can all stare at each other and say something, because we're not going to be able to hear each other saying it.
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe Rob could do it with... well, whoever can't hear the other should do it with Semaphore.
This is like our Go-Go's album, right? This is talk show. This is like everybody in separate rooms just recording bits for the record. I don't know how it sounds. I don't give a fuck how it sounds.
It's like a talking
This is what the record is.
So Tuffley says it's a Go-Go's album. Rob says it's a Talking Heads album. I don't know.
It's both.
All I know is that
it's like We Are the World, but they can't hear each other.
we are the world. We think, we don't know, we can't hear each other.
That's Band-Aid.
Yeah,
it's Band-Aid. We have to give Widge the line. You know, we have to give Widge Bono's line.
No, we don't.
Because he demands to have that line.
Wait. No. Oh, for a second I thought you meant like a line of cocaine.
Well, they did plenty of that there too.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Look at them. They're all...
I know. How do you think Dan Aykroyd wound up at We Are the World? Think about it.
Oh, I meant for Band-Aid.
That was like Bono's demand.
That's so weird. And can I just say, lumping me in with Bono...
What have
I done to deserve this?
You're the boss.
Wasn't me.
Well, that's Bruce Springsteen's the boss.
And also, what have I done to deserve this? Is the Pet Shop Boys?
But oh God, it hurts my spleen.
You
all right? Well, since we've reached the ravine at the end of this episode of Weekend Justice,
but the fact we actually finished it.
Did we? Did it
what
finish
episode
up?
Number? What episode number is this one?
I think I'd have to check my chart. I have that on a chart.
It'll be the very difficult number 238.
You know what this is like? This is like Beatles albums, right? Like old Beatles albums.
Yes.
Or like if you had the way to separate the sides of the speaker, you could get like just the guitars.
Oh God!
Or like you get the bass line of the drums, and then you get the
Justice in mono.
No, it's like
exactly right.
It's like the Flaming Lips record.
Although I'm.
Rob just said we're like the Flaming Lips record.
Yeah. I imagine
it comes in a chocolate spleen.
Like every other audio issue that's ever plagued this show, no one's going to be able to notice.
Yeah, probably not.
Like no one's ever going to hear actually that some of us couldn't hear each other. Yeah,
they're never going to believe that this wasn't in the script for once.
This is the goddamn funniest conceptual bit ever. You guys should do more of this.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
This
is our avant-garde esoteric episode.
Yeah, there you go. This is our John Cage episode of Weekend Justice.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jesus Christ. Well, since we have come to the end of this episode, I think it's only fitting that we take a moment to stare into the abyss, not for too long, let's stare back into us, and we simply look at each other and not say, party people.
Party people.
I said not say it!
Well,
now we're all doomed.
Technically, you're the only person who heard it, so it's fine.
No, I heard it. I just chose to ignore it.
Rob heard it, but he chose to ignore it. Like everything else you've said, every other word you've said, and I do mean that, every other word. Like he could hear the first, third, and fifth words that you said.
The roof is on fire.
Right. Oh my God.
All right.
We should run away before something else happens.
Okay, guys.
All right, kid. Thanks.
Bye.
Thanks, John. Go to bed.